Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. The Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program is a 30-minute radio intervention support program that is meant to provide continuous instruction to keep you academically engaged during this stay-at-home period, as well as preparing you, our 6th, 9th, and 12th graders for the pending Liberia Primary School Certificate Exam, Liberia Junior High School Certificate Exam, and West Africa Senior Secondary Certificate Exam when the time comes. Also, in addition to this academic support, the program is meant to provide psychosocial support for learners, teachers, and parents, and also tips on how you as parents and teachers can provide support to your students and children at home. Now, let's join our teacher for today's lesson.
Hello, students. I'm Amos D, your teacher for today. Our subject today is mathematics for students of grades 6 and 7. And the topic is decimal numbers. Our subject today is mathematics for students of grades 6 and 7. And the topic is decimal numbers. By the end of today's lessons, students will be able to define decimal number, define decimal point, identify the whole number and fractional part of a decimal number, write decimal number in expanded and worse form, and multiply decimal numbers using multiples of tens. Again, by the end of today's lessons, students will be able to define decimal number, tell what a decimal point is, identify the whole numbers and fractional part of a decimal number. Write decimal numbers in expanded and worse form. Multiply decimal numbers by multiples of tens. Please take your pencil, your pen, and copybook and get ready for today's lesson. As we said earlier, our topic is decimal number, but our emphasis will be on multiplying decimal number by multiples of tens. Our emphasis will be on multiplying decimal numbers by multiples of tens. What is a decimal number? What is a decimal number? A decimal number is a number that consists of any of the following 10 symbols or digits: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. In other words, a decimal number can be defined as a number whose whole number part and the fractional part is separated by a decimal point. In other words, a decimal number can be defined as a number whose whole numbers part and the fractional part is separated by a decimal point. Students, what do you know about whole number and fractional part? A whole number is a number without fraction. A whole number is a number without fraction, while the fractional part is the part of the decimal number after the decimal point, while the fractional part is the part of the decimal number after the decimal point. Let's look at some examples. Example number 1. Decimal number 17.48. 17.48. In this decimal number, 17 is the whole number. 17 is the whole number. 48 is the decimal part or fractional part. 48 is the decimal part or fractional part. Example number 2. Decimal number 8.476. 8.476. In this decimal number, 8 is the whole number. 8 is the whole number. 476 is the decimal part or fractional part. What is a decimal point? And what is it used for? What is a decimal point and what is it used for? The dot in a decimal number is called a decimal point, as full stop or period. The dot in a decimal number is called a decimal point. A decimal point positioned any place within a decimal number is used to generate fractional number. A decimal point positioned any place within a decimal number is used to generate fractional numbers. Example, 7.8. 7.8. As we said earlier, the 7 is the whole number part. The 7 is the whole number part. And the 9 is the fractional or decimal part. Therefore, the dot that separates the 7 from the 9 is what we refer to as a decimal point. Therefore, the dot that separates the 7 from the 9 is what we refer to as a decimal point. Students, how can we write decimal numbers using the expanded and worse forms? Students, how can we write decimal numbers using the expanded and worse forms? If you just tuning in, this is the Ministry of Education and Partner COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. Writing decimal in expanded and worse form. To write decimal numbers in expanded and worse forms, the following must be observed. To write decimal numbers in expanded and worse forms, the following must be observed. 1. Identify the whole number and fractional part of the decimal number. 1. Identify the whole number and fractional part of the decimal number. 2. Recognize the positioning of the decimal point. 2. Recognize the positioning of the decimal point, or recognize the position of the decimal point. 3. If the whole number is a 2-digit number, for example, 25, it must be written as 20 plus 5, which is the same as 25. 3. If the whole number is a 2-digit number, for example, 25, it must be written as 20 plus 5, which is the same as 25. 4. All the numbers coming after the decimal point, for example, 25.35. The fractional or decimal part, which is 3, 5, must be written as fraction as follows. Again, all the numbers coming after the decimal point, for example, 25.35. The fractional or decimal part, which is 3, 5, must be written as fraction as follows. 3/10, since the 3 is the first number after the decimal point and also in the 10th place. And 5/100, because the 5 is the second number after the decimal point and also in the 100th place. 5. The whole number and fractional or decimal part must be expanded by the addition sign. 5. The whole number and fraction or decimal part must be expanded by addition sign. That is plus, the plus sign. Again, the whole number and fraction or decimal part must be expanded by addition sign. Let's do some examples together. Write the following decimal numbers in the expanded and worse forms. Write the following decimal numbers in the expanded and worse form. Example number 1. 14.258. 14.258. Expanded form. 10 plus 4 plus 2/10 plus 5/100 plus 8/1000. Again, expanded form. 10 plus 4 plus 2/10 plus 5/100 plus 8/1000. In words, it can be written as 14 and 258. 14 and 258 or 14.258. 14.258. Example number 2. 25.76. 25.76. Expanded form. 20 plus 5 plus 7/10 plus 6/100. 20 plus 5 plus 7/10 plus 6/100. Word form. 25 and 76. 25 and 76 or 25.76 or 25.76. Example number 3. Write 0.372 in expanded and word forms. Write 0.372 in expanded and word forms. Expanded form. 0 plus 3/10 plus 7/100 plus 2/1000. 0 plus 3/10 plus 7/100 plus 2/1000. In this expanded form, the 0 is the whole number because it comes before the decimal point. And the fractional part is 3, 7, 2 because these numbers comes after the decimal point. The 3 being the first number after the decimal point must be expressed over 10 because the 3 is in the 10th place after the decimal point. The 7 being the second number must be expressed over 100 because the 7 is in the 100th place after the decimal point, and the 2 being the 10th number must be expressed over 1000 because the 2 is in the 1000th place after the decimal point. Word form: 0 and 372. 0 and 372, or 0.372, or 0.372. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll continue our lessons for today.
Coronavirus is spread via droplets. When a person coughs or sneezes, the droplets land on surfaces and are picked up on the hands of others and spread further. People catch the virus when they touch their infected hands to their mouth, nose, or eyes. It follows that the single most important thing you can do to protect yourself is keep your hands clean by washing them frequently with soap and water or hand sanitizer.
Welcome, students. Let's continue with our lesson for today. We want to look at multiplication of decimal by multiples of 10. That is, multiplying decimal by multiples of tens. Multiplying decimal by multiples of tens. Decimals are based on the preceding powers of tens. Decimals are based on the preceding powers of tens. As we move from left to right, the place value or digits gets divided by 10, meaning the decimal place value determines the 10th, the 100th, and 1000th. A tenth means 1/10 or 1/10. In decimal form, it is 0.1. 100th means 100. In decimal form, it is 0.01. 1000 means 1/1000. In decimal, it is 0.001. Students, I want you to note that if a decimal number is multiplied by a multiples of tens, then the decimal point gets shifted to the right by the number of zeros in the multiplier. If a decimal number is multiplied by a multiples of tens, then the decimal point gets shifted to the right by the number of zeros in the multipliers. Let's look at some example. Multiply the following decimal by multiples of tens. Question number 1. 7.6 times 10. 7.6 times 10. Or 7.6 multiplied by 10. Or 7.6 multiplied by 10. Our answer will be 76. Our answer will be 76. Why, students? Because of the preceding powers of tens. So we move the decimal point one place to the right, changing the value of the decimal number from 7.6 to 76. Question number 2. 7.6 multiplied by 100. 7.6 multiplied by 100, or 7.6 times 100, or 7.6 times 100. Our answer will be 760. Why? Because of the preceding powers of hundredth, Therefore, the decimal point was moved 2 places to the right. Why? Because of the preceding powers of hundredth, therefore, the decimal point was moved 2 places to the right, changing the value of the decimal number from 7.6 to 760. Question number 3. 0.44 multiplied by 10. 0.44 multiplied by 10, or 0.44 times 10. Our answer will be 4.4. Because of the preceding power of 10, our answer will be 4.4. Because of the preceding powers of 10s, therefore, the decimal point was moved 1 place to the right. In this problem, the decimal point is shifted from the left to the right. That is, from between the 0 and 4 to the right, that is, between the 4 and 4. Changing the value of the decimal from 0.44 to 4.4. Okay, students, thank you very much. Let's do more activities. Let's do them together. Listen as I read the instruction. Write these decimals in expanded form. Again, as I said, listen as I read the instruction. Write these decimals in expanded forms. I will read several answers and you will select the correct answer. Question number 1. 9.05. 9.05. A. 9 plus 0 over 100 plus 5 over 1000. A. 9.0 over 100 plus 5 over 1000. B. 9 plus 0 over 10 plus 5 over 100. C. 9 plus 0 over 100 plus 5 over 10. If your answer is B, you are correct. 9 plus 0 over 10 plus 5 over 100. Good. Question number 2. 18.309. 18.309. A. 10 plus 8 plus 3 over 10 plus 0 over 100 plus 9 over 1000. A. 10 plus 8 plus 3 over 10 plus 0 over 100 plus 9 over 1000. B. 18 plus 3 over 10 plus 0 over 100 plus 9 over 1000. B. 18 plus 3 over 10 plus 0 over 100 plus 9 over 1000. C. 10 plus 8 plus 3 over 1000 plus 0 over 100 plus 9 over 10. C. 10 plus 8 plus 3 over 1000 plus 0 over 100 plus 9 over 10. If the answer is A, you are correct. 10 plus 8 plus 3 over 10 plus 0 over 100 plus 9 over 1000. 10 plus 8 plus 3 over 10 plus 0 over 100 plus 9 over 1000. Good. Thank you, students. Now let's get to our next activities. This time, you are going to write the following decimal in words. Again, you are going to write the following decimals in words. Question number 1. 9.05. 9.05. A. 9 and 05. B, 905. B, 905. C, 9.05. C, 9.05. If your answer is A, 9 and 05, you are correct. If your answer is also C, 9.05, you are also correct. Good. Question number 2. 18.309. 18.309. A, 18.309. 18.309. B, 18.309. B, 18.309. C, 80 plus 2.309. C, 80 plus 2.309. Students, if your answer is B, 18.309, you are correct. Again, if your answer is B, 18.309, you are correct. Our third activities. This time you are going to find the products. Remember, in our grade 5 class, we said when two numbers are multiplied, the answers or the result we get is called the product. So listen as I read the questions, and I will also read several answers, and you can select the correct answer. Number 1, 0.44 times 100. 0.44 times 100, or 0.44 multiplied by 100. A, 4.4. B, 44. C, 440. If your answer is B, 44, students, you are correct. Question number 2. 0.44 times 1000. Question number 2, 0.44 times 1000, or 0.44 multiplied by 1000. A, 440. B, 44. C, 4.4. A, 440. B, 44. C, 4.4. C, 4.4. If your answer is A, 440, you are correct. Question number 3. 7.6 times 1000. 7.6 times 1000, or 7.6 multiplied by 1000. 7.6 multiplied by 1000. A, 7,600. B, 760. C, 76. A, 7,600. B, 760. C, 76. If your answer is A, 7,600, you are correct. Give yourself a big hand clap. Remember, we said by the end of today's lessons, our students will be able to define decimal numbers. They will be able to tell us what they know about decimal point. They will also be able to identify whole number and fractional part of a decimal number. They will write decimal in expanded and word form, and they will multiply decimal numbers by multiples of 10. So we started by telling you that a decimal number is a number that consists of any of the following 10 symbols or digits. And we went on by naming the symbols or digits as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. In other words, we said a decimal number can be defined as a number whose whole number part and the fractional part is separated by a decimal point. The dot in a decimal number is also called a decimal point. And a decimal point position, any place within a decimal number, is used to generate fractional numbers. We went on by defining whole numbers as a number without fraction, while the fractional part is the part of the number after the decimal point. We also said to write decimal numbers in expanded and word form, the following must be observed. We said 1, you must first identify the whole numbers and fractional part of a decimal number. 2, recognize the position of the decimal numbers. 3, if the whole number is a 2-digit number, for example, 25, it must be written as 20 plus 5, which is the same as 25. 4, all the numbers coming after the decimal point, for example, 25.35, the fractional or decimal part, which is 3, 5, must be written as fraction as follows. 3/10, since the 3 is the first number after the decimal point, and also in the 10th place. 5/100, because the 5 is the second number after the decimal point, and also in the 100th place. And finally, 5, we said the whole number and fractional or decimal part must be expanded by the addition sign. We also told you that decimals are based on the preceding powers of 10. As we move from left to right, the place value or digit gets divided by 10, meaning the decimal place value determines the 10th, the 100th, and 1000. Students, I want you to take your pen, your pencils, and copybook and write down this assignment, and in our next class, we will answer them together. Listen to the instruction. Write the following decimal numbers in expanded and worse forms. Write the following decimal numbers in expanded and worse forms. 1, 0.05. 1, 0.05. 2, 3.56. 2, 3.56. 3, 40.09. 3, 40.09. 4, 10.41. Again, you can text your questions or your comments to 0555 811 309 or 0775 964 354. Again, 0775 964 354. Thank you very much for your active listening role. I have been your presenter, Amos D. Goodbye.